Hi, this is Eric Stoller here at the Eric Stoller Show at the World Healing Tour. We're so excited. I'm here with the Queen of Pitch, Forbes Riley.
Nice to finally meet you.
Same here.
And nice to finally see you guys as well.
Yes, and I've seen you everywhere. I know people have gone through your programs. I've watched you on YouTube. I've seen you on television. So great to be here with you.
Thank you.
Tell me about your connection with the World Healing Tour and what people are going to learn from you tonight.
I love that. Well, number one, if you've never seen me, you don't realize that you actually have. If you've watched television, I've done 195 infomercials.
Wow.
And as a female, I'm the highest grossing woman in that world.
Wow.
So, and I helped pioneer that whole concept of fitness on television with Body by Jake several decades ago.
I remember that.
Launched a couple of networks on cable TV, came out. Helped start the X Games. There's a lot of things about Forbes Riley that nobody knows because there was no social media back then. And I remember thinking to myself, I hope at some point people know how many cool things I've done before I die, because they're really cool, and I'd love to talk about them.
Sure.
I mean, I've been on Broadway, I've done movies, and I know. Oh, you don't even know that?
I didn't know that.
I did Broadway with Christopher Reeve. I'm in a movie right now on Amazon Prime called Farm to Fork to Love.
Wow. That's amazing. I'm going to connect you with my sister. She's the head of the CW. She is the director of communications for CW.
Hello, what you're watching here, that's called a pitch. So I know, and it's what I talk about. Because here's the thing about what we all do. We don't know how to communicate what we do.
Right.
You meet somebody new and watch this. If you said, hi, nice to meet you, what do you do, Eric? What do you say?
I help people learn, network, and grow.
I hope people learn, network, and grow. You know, I'm going to say it's better than that. Because I would listen going, well, really learn, network, and grow?
Well, that's our tagline. Maybe that, I think I could do, but she made me nervous. I mean,
I want to make you nervous because if you're nervous around me, you'll be not nervous when it really counts.
Right.
And the important thing when I teach, and I love teaching, guys, this is what my passion is. I turned 62 this year, and I will tell you for years, I had no intention of teaching my secrets. I was very happy in Hollywood being the Queen of Pitch. I grossed over $2.5 billion, okay?
Wow.
Very lucrative career. And then one day, I brought to my agent an infomercial deal. It was a $100,000 deal, and I couldn't wait to give it to him. He calls me a couple of days later and says, hey, Forbes, good news and bad news. I'm like, all right, good news? He's like, they love you. I'm like, go. Bad news, they want somebody younger and less expensive, and I was only in my early 40s.
wow.
And that was my reaction. And Hollywood is very cutthroat as a woman. And this was 20 years ago, and I learned some real challenging lessons the hard way. And so after I said very politely, screw you, did I say that?
Yeah, it's okay. You can say that here.
I fired him, and I took the contract, and I said to myself, because he then said, they would like you to teach this, the person they've hired. And I think I said, no effing way. Oh my God, can you tell I'm from New York? And I literally made a decision then. I said, I'm not teaching anybody. What I know is freaking golden.
Right.
It works, I'm going to use it. And then one day, COVID hit. I turned 60. My daughter's in the house with me. My twins are doing school at home.
Okay.
And she says to me, Mom, how about I help set you up on the internet and you teach what you know to a lot of people? And I was like, no, I'm good. She said, no, you don't understand. There's a thing about legacy. And Mom, what you've got is so golden.
Sure.
And will help so many other people. And I just got chills. Because what changed at that moment in my life was it was no longer about me. It's okay to have it be about you for a period of time in your life. And I was very good about that, but it didn't grow my heart. It was a little selfish. Like, you didn't know I did all those things.
No, not at all.
Right. Now you do, because I spend more time giving than I do getting.
So amazing.
And the evolution of this is, I think, so important to share. And now I teach. I have 15,000 students since we started.
That's
15,000.
incredible.
By the way, the room is filled with them. This is crazy. I'm at an event on the other side of the state, and I walk in, and Carl and Jody and Heidi, they're all here.
And isn't Noah one of your students too, who's running the event?
Thing. Noah Crane is absolutely one of my students. That's how this whole thing started. And we were talking about this idea a couple months ago, and it didn't look like this when we started.
Really?
One, I'm quite the visionary, and she'll tell you, I certainly pushed her to make this bigger. I was the only speaker at the time. Now there's a whole event, and I'm proud of her, because the other side of my life, and you're going to see something you've never seen before, ever, and if you're not here, you're missing out. I'm going to do a healing tonight.
Okay.
I'm going to do something that I do not publicize, that I only do with my students, because it's wildly woo-woo. But I'm going to tell you, I could tell you about things about you right now that maybe you don't even realize, about your own potential, about your limiting beliefs, and what would it take for you to get to your next level of happiness across the board.
That would be amazing. That's a priceless thing to have.
Right. And I will tell you that as a bit of an introvert, it's a little hard sometimes to be talking about this because it's a little woo-woo. We can talk about branding. I own a TV studio, talk infomercials, but truly helping people at a very, very deep level is a gift that I've had forever.
I love that.
And I'm excited at the end of this for you to tell me what you think of it.
Okay, for sure. I love it. And you know, I love you're saying that because of this time period we went through with COVID, and a lot of people, their confidence levels have been brought down, and they're trying to figure out, how do I make money, and this isn't working, or, you know. And I think you spoke it at the beginning. It's how do you communicate your message so people will buy from you?
Yep.
And I think the other side is, I think a lot of people, the same thing, what's going on upstairs, so at least you can get to that point of people will buy from you.
Well, absolutely. Well, first of all, it's not about buying. You know what? I think pitching is everything in life. Noah pitched you to participate here.
Yes.
You pitched people to work in your organization. You
Yes.
pitched your partner. You pitch people every day, all day, and you don't realize it. See, I'm the daughter of a magician.
Okay, wow.
Yep. And here, let me do a magic trick right now. Can I borrow your pad here?
Go ahead.
Find a
All
little
my
blank-
notes.
All right. So here's his notes. Blank piece of paper, right? If I might, I've just met this man. I'm going to make a prediction, okay? I'm going to write down something. Watch this. And if you knew this, you'd make more money. Are you guys ready? If you knew what I'm going to do, you'd make more money. All right. So, would you like to see something cool?
Yes.
How did I know that's what he was going to say? I have one word. Let's just start there. I just predicted what you would say. That skill, if you harness that, will make you money every time.
Wow.
And
It's that simple.
Oh, it is. And wouldn't it be amazing if it was that simple?
Yes.
But a lot of things are that simple. Isn't it that simple? You learn to read, write, walk. You have any problems with those things?
No.
Yeah. We all make things way more complicated, and then we convince ourselves we can't. And you know, as an interviewer, I want you to start listening to what people say. And you at home here, stop saying these. Stop saying the word actually, basically, like, you know, Do you know what this interview would sound like normally? Well, you know, basically, Eric, what I do is, well, actually, I'm a host on television. So people do. That's not communicating.
Mm-hmm.
I sat down here with you with an intention that you're watching it right now, and that you're going, wow, I would love to know more about her and how she could help me. That's my only intention. Not to rattle off all the things that I've done. You know, notice I didn't have him read a bio. I don't care that I graduated this school or did that. That's irrelevant to them right now. They're watching you because they want to learn.
Right.
They do want to network. They want to go, oh, wow, who's that girl? What is that all about? At the end of the day, how do you be happy, productive, and unlike a bunch of my friends this last 2 months, not decide to take your own life? This was a thing I heard. I heard that 22 soldiers every day kill themselves. I don't know 22 soldiers. Didn't make any sense. Then my friend Eric, the trainer, last month, my 24-year-old friend across the street when I grew up who taught my kid to ride a bike, gone.
Wow.
The guy on Ellen, Twitch. You start to hear this, you're like, wait a second. Lisa Marie's son, 27 years old, gone. I mean, you go down the list. And you kind of go, wait a second, I don't remember this when I was growing up, do you?
No.
You didn't really hear it like this. So we are pushing our mental health. And part of it is that you don't even believe that what you do is good enough to sell to people. You expect no all the time, then you get it. So I'm going to leave you with this. You know what, when I hear the word no, you know what I think? N-O, never-ending opportunity. You ask the wrong person the wrong question. You imagine if you ask a girl to marry you and she says no, do you stop and no, you know, that's too bad. Maybe not a good fit. I'm going to ask this girl. And by the way, when she says yes, you don't keep asking, do you?
No.
Unless you live in Utah. So tell me, what do you think about the World Healing Tour?
What I think about the World Healing Tour,
Yeah.
I think it's an amazing opportunity for people to level up their game and get around people of like-mindedness, so to speak.
Yeah.
It's an amazing opportunity to collaborate. I've got a chance to meet Noah, spend some time with her.
Let's love on Noah Crane for a second. Noah Crane is a beacon of light. To hear my energy, I always push it. This woman has like this meditative calm about her.
Yes, she does.
Physically beautiful, But also, and I'm going to say we're a little responsible for this, was lacking a little sense of I can do it. And Miss Noah Crane, come here for a second. Come here, we're talking about you. Hello, my gorgeousness. All right, we are talking about right there's the camera. We're talking about the concept of what Forbes Riley teaches, but more importantly, how when I met you, and showing how beautiful and how you put this together, what was that little piece of confidence that you might have been lacking a year ago? And talk in here.
Yes. So Forbes just lets you know to use your voice and not to be afraid to use your voice, not to be afraid to be who you are, and to learn how to pitch yourself. That really helped me because I did not know how to pitch myself in my business, and I think Forbes, I'm doing a much better job than I did before.
My girl, when I walked in here tonight, I remember when you and I were on the phone. This was not all there. You have harnessed that, and this was available for everybody. Eric is going, I want to learn to pitch better. Because when you grasp this, you love on people. You get them to understand their worth.
Yes.
And you stop telling people what you do, but better, what you can do for them. So I want to hear, what is the World Health Tour, what is the World Healing Tour going to do for everybody?
The World Healing Tour is here to change the world by bringing the healers together. And I believe we're all healers, and we need to come together because nobody can do it alone. We all need each other's support. I couldn't have pulled off today without people, just literally I had angels in my way today just supporting me to make this happen. People that I didn't even know were coming here today. I was literally loading my car up, and a guy walked by and he goes, do you need help? And I said yes. He brought all the stuff with me from my house to the hotel. He helped me set everything up. He came back at 2 p.m. to set up the banners. He went to pick up a banner stand for me that I forgot. I mean, an angel, right?
No, yes. Good pitch. A really good
I mean,
really good
pitch.
pitch.
It's all about. When we meet, we can be for
Can I talk about angels for a second? And I got to be very clear. I came down here a year and a half ago, and I shot a commercial, an infomercial, for a man here who does a heart scan. Free. $700 heart scan for free. And then if you want any other scans, you can pay for that, right? Well, that's a commercial running in the Boca area. It's running very well. I had my scans done.
Right.
Now, the funny thing about angels, and I have this for you, and I have gifts. There's $700. There's no obligation. What if you take this? Let me pay
Thank you
this.
so much.
I went there today. You know what? My numbers have gone up since last year.
Wow.
Enough that I need to be worried, and I wouldn't have done that if I wasn't here. I'm going to start to cry.
It's meant to be.
Yes, it is absolutely meant to
So
be.
you went into a scan today.
I just did a scan, and I'm looking at my numbers. He's like, don't be upset, but call your cardiologist on Monday morning because your numbers are higher than they were, and you're 16. And I'm like, oh, wow.
Wow.
And it was a last minute thing. I was literally,
That's amazing.
I just heard in my head,
Yes.
we were out having lunch, and
Amazing.
I'm like, oh my God, you're here. He said, come in now.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
Lisa Marie, heart attack.
Amazing.
The guy in the Bills, heart. I'm so proud, and I'm proud that he's, again, you want to go there, you want to, no obligation. You don't have to buy anything.
No, I think it's amazing. In fact,
That's
I worked
awesome.
with a company.
That's awesome.
We were using similar tests, and I just had a relative, 58 years old, die of a massive heart attack a week ago. So yeah, I mean, let me ask you, because talking about this, our whole message is about health, wealth, and self. With Champion Mindset. So this year, what is we talked. You already said it, but what's that one thing in the health, wealth, and self you want to put in front of people?
Okay, first of all, I've got to say something. So my husband who's running around here, health, wealth, and self. His last name is Self. I am technically Mrs. Self. When I first met him, I thought, you got to be kidding. He is a national bodybuilder. He's beautiful. He's a fashion model. I'm like, dude, your name is Self? I'm going to be Mrs. I'm like self-improvement, Mrs. Self.
Mrs. Self.
I got to get my head around this. So Forbes Riley, Self.
I love it.
Health, wealth, and me.
I love it.
It's just crazy.
I love it. I love it.
So say the question again, because I think it's really important that Noah's standing here. She is all of this.
So let's talk about health, wealth, and self, because those are three areas that everybody wants to improve in.
Right.
So with your message this year, what is the one thing, number one, that you want to communicate to people?
Let's work on our languaging. Every day you wake up and you talk to yourself. The conversation is, oh, I don't want to get out of bed, it's Monday, or oh my God, I'm still alive, this is great, or I'm grateful. Every day the conversation, the pitch to your own ears, what is it? The pitch to your honey. Honey, can you rub my neck? If he does, I win that pitch. The next is, how do you pitch your children to do what you want? Or is it every morning? My mother used to get up. She was a crank. Without her coffee, this woman was just like, ugh. We turned out that was diagnosable. She had very bad hormone imbalance. So one, getting yourself fixed, understanding who you are, what you want. I have 15,000 students, and every time we're together, what do you want? What do you want?
I love that.
So what do you want?
I want to have great health this year and, shed this body. Because if I do that, everything else will come.
Joshua's got a fitness program. You can bid on it over there.
Perfect.
And let me tell you something. Joshua was 2 years ago was hit on a motorcycle, January 2nd of 2020. This big, buff, gorgeous champion man is in the hospital in a wheelchair for 6 months.
Wow.
Now, I'm a big believer in the universe. He didn't want to hear this, but on June 20th, he woke up with his crutch and said, take a picture of me. Now, COVID had hit. Everyone's at home. I said, baby, he's like scrawny looking. You want to go to Joshua Self on Instagram and look how he shriveled to nothing? He said, I'm going to go back to Mr. Olympia. And I'm like, oh dear God, really? A year later, using his program, he won. He is now wearing 2 medals that he recently won, and now he still limps. He's in pain every day.
Sure.
But I watched what dedication and a decision makes. Every day, it wasn't like, I'm in pain, I can't do this. Every day it was like, I'm in pain and I'm still gonna do this. I have a goal, I know what I want. So don't do this and lie to me, because if we sit here next year and it's not changed, I'm gonna take a wet rag and smack you.
Well, I'm going to do it because what you don't know about me is I had a heart attack at 46 and I have 2 stents.
Whoa, baby.
So,
do you guys
believe
see
me.
this? I'm wondering what it would have said. I'm like literally today so grateful to you for this event. And I'm nervous that may be what has, I'm 62. You're
going to be all right.
You're young. You're young and gorgeous.
I'm young and
You're
gorgeous.
gonna
You
be
are.
fine. You're gonna
That's
be
the next thing. I want people to tell me, Daniela, get over here. Come over here. This is what I was telling him. Up until recently, I didn't care about you. I wanted it all to be about me, and now, no, get over here. Cross that camera. Oh my God, you guys need to understand. This is my students. These are my friends.
I love you to pieces. I met Noah last week.
You're on camera. You're on camera.
Oh
Talk.
my God. Love to pieces.
Right.
Love
So
to
what
pieces.
you need to understand is all of this happened. Heidi, come over here.
This is a miracle.
What you're looking at is a freaking miracle. Because I was telling him until recently, I didn't care about any of you. I was an actress, I was successful, and I loved that. It was great, right? And then one day, my agent called, I gave him a contract, and he said, they love you, but they don't want to hire you. And I'm like, excuse me? He said, yeah, they want somebody younger and less expensive. And he found them, but they want you to train her. And I said, screw you. I'm not training anybody. This is my secret. Well, and it wasn't until, that's actresses, what can I tell you? Then COVID hit. My kids were at home during the whole year. And my daughter said to me, Mom, your legacy is not about you. It is about who you've helped in this life. I got to tell you, you're not doing a good job of it. You helped us. We're successful. And I come over here. We're actually on camera. And I said, I haven't helped anybody. And she helped me create a company, a world where I could, in fact, reach out with what I knew, which I never taught before. What is it to work with you? What does that mean?
Amazing.
Look at this. This is like so. Come on, Daniela. Use your words right here. Loud.
I had dreams that you unearthed and things I never imagined were born. Businesses were born, friendships were born, and we went so deep. I wanted to move to Florida, and through working with you, my entire life changed, and here we are. So unearthing, it was amazing, Forbes. You're amazing.
Yes, and I just want to say, Forbes, what I love about you so much too, besides the fact that you're absolutely such a light in the world, is your big heart. Yeah, you're so heart-centered in who you are.
You're tough. You're tough, but it's good. It's good because you know what? You tell it like it is, and that's what we need to hear. We need to hear as it is because people will coddle us. People will say, "Oh yeah, you did a good job." Yeah, but it doesn't make us successful or build a business. So you tell it like it is.
Well, go ahead, Heidi. Come on, chime in here.
Well, you talk about dream it,
Loud and look right there.
believe it,
Yep.
achieve it. And I saw Forbes in a Zoom and said, "You're coming to Boston? I'll pick you up." And I met her and her boyfriend, her husband, and we had breakfast together, 2 hours, and I was driving behind their car saying, "I'm hanging out with Forbes and Josh today." And you know what? It was the most beautiful, down-to-earth conversation, and I was so thrilled to be welcoming her to my hometown, and she happened to be coming, and Forbes, like you said, Eileen.
Come on in here.
No nonsense,
Come here, come sit over here. Come here. No, literally, get a little closer because the sound guy's going, I can't hear you with all the other sound in here.
Right, the sound's
So,
on you.
And actually, Gary, just just a little bit, just a little bit. And then we'll be quiet for you guys. There's other things happening in the room.
Yeah, you can go, Omar.
And when I'm very protective of my students, and I grew up doing
And what we
television.
learned is when Forbes Riley speaks, we listen.
There's the deal. Eric is going, oh my God, I don't know who this person is.
I love it.
I had a dream about watching what Tony Robbins did, and I said, you know, good for him. Where's the woman who does this? And nobody could answer me. And for a couple of years before I stepped out and said, I'm going to do this, because I'll tell you what, it's a freaking lot of work. I didn't realize how hard it is to show up every day and be there for other people. I wouldn't change this part of my life for anything, but nobody taught me this was possible. What I'm going to teach you guys is that you need to give more than you get. You don't realize this. I was taught that it was all about me. As an actress, it was absolutely all about me. And you didn't like other people, you didn't like other women. It was very competitive. That's not the right way to live your life. And then COVID hit. And all of a sudden, everybody's it's shifted. And now if you've got a skill that you can teach, you do need to teach it. You need to be able to pitch what you do. How important is that?
Yes.
Up until Eric is like, wait, what does pitching mean? See, because for years I would talk about pitching. Oh, it's selling. I don't want to pitch. Yes, you do. You want to pitch yourself every day that you're worthwhile, that you're enough, that you can do it, and that you can't do it alone. And you shouldn't want to do it alone. And Joshua, do me one more favor. We're all going to smile because I hate if I don't smile for pictures, they look like this. And everybody look right there and smile. All right. So for you watching at home, you're going, this is crazy. Can I just tell you how much you touched my heart? My biggest fear when Facebook first came out, what year did Facebook start? 07. 07? In 2007, I said to myself, if I die, no one's going to know who I am. Because I have no family, and I didn't reach out and touch that many people, and I just lived my life. And then Facebook came out, and I got all those birthday wishes, and I thought, oh, this is cool. And then I said, what's more than that? And I could hear the angels, because I'd lost my best friend recently at that point, and I said, you know what? Not a lot of people at her funeral. Nobody knew that she was there. What's the most important part of life? Is that somebody knows that you were there, that you touched somebody, that you made a difference.
So true.
That's what I got from you guys. I love my students
Wow.
so much.
So you're amazing, Forbes.
You teach us to show up for ourselves, show up for each other, be honest, be vulnerable, and get stuff done.
I love it. Wow. So Forbes, no, it's okay. I mean, I love it. You have all your raving fans here. And I spent my whole career working with Brian and Les, and that's all they did is teach people what they know. And I commend you for doing that because you're changing so many people's lives in a big way that, again, you're going to get the calls that I know. I've been with Les Brown, somebody, I heard you 20 years ago, and now I'm a multimillionaire, but when I spoke to you, I couldn't even get out of bed. So you need to, let's praise this woman.
Come here,
for
Gary.
what she's
I don't just
doing.
teach women. Another student. It's like a family. Come here. Come on. This man's also a student. And then Carl's out there too. And we've got.
It's
you
a
know
party.
What? I owe
It's
you,
a
my
love
girl.
fest.
Miss Noah. This is what the definition of healing. It's called the World Healing Tour. When your heart is not broken and it's healed. When your spirit is not broken but it's healed. When you love on other people, you experience a thing called healing. I want to commit all of you that we support Noah in this mission.
Yes.
When she came up with the title of the tour, I'm like, oh my God, you could change the world, my girl, with this, and we're all going to be here to support you. Eric, I thank you so much. Gary,
Thank
you know how much I
you.
love you. You girls, oh my God. Ooh, a night to remember for you.
And what you don't know, Gary and I have been working together for over 10 years.
Where have I been?
Yeah, he never.
You know,
So amazing. Yeah, Gary.
All right, you guys, we're going to let you take your show back. You guys,
No,
thank you so much.
listen. Thank you so.
Mwah.
Thank you. We're gonna see you later.
Yeah, hang on to this. This is a little.
Here, let me do the
Oh,
closeout.
wait,
bet.
there's one more. Okay, shh, we're still on camera. Shh. The last thing I want to share with this guy, right here, Eric, you've never met me, right?
No.
So, exercise and diet's important to you? Mm-hmm. Okay, watch this. Want to see something cool?
Yes.
Give me your thumbs. All right, take this right here, face
Okay.
your camera, sit up tall, and go 10, 9, right here. Come on, 8, go
7,
7, 6.
6.
Keep going.
5,
Watch
4,
this. Come on, 3.
2.
Now I want you to straighten your arms
1.
to me. Come on, no, keep going. You're not going to get out that easy. Stand up, stand up.
Oh, stand up?
Let me change your focus a little bit. Come here. Come on, we're going to get this man.
All right.
Yeah, here we go. Watch this. All right. Go 10, 9. Pull that belly
8,
button in.
7,
Go.
6.
Come on, 5, 4, 3, 2.
2.
Yeah!
1.
Now straighten your arms. Straighten your arms. Come on, go 10, Keep him straight. No, this is straight, my friend. Out
Oh,
here.
all right.
Yeah, watch him go. Come on. Hey.
Breaking a sweat like
He's
crazy
breaking
over
his sweat. He's losing.
here.
He's out right now. Go. Don't stop. Come here. Now, when somebody hijacks your show, put your hand on your heart and punch. Bam. Come on, you're gonna get fit. You're gonna. It's like, damn, I broke a sweat.
Yeah, I'm breaking a sweat.
Okay, so yeah, if you want to know more about that, reach out to Forbes Riley too.
Oh, there you go. There's
Well,
another
know,
pitch.
I made a man sweat. My day is complete.
Thank you so much. Forbes Riley, here at the World Healing Tour. Eric Stoller, Forbes Riley, thank you so much for being on the show. You're amazing. Thank you. Thank you.